It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Niners and the Hawks, and it's coming up next.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said, the key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off a back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Right out of the gates, here's Smith. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So here are the 49ers and their offense in great field position already. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation, that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly. You might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. Third down. Here's McCaffrey.
Don't forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. A lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And his kick here is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say,
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
and remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game. He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Well, Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. That's pulled in at the 32. And just shutting him off there. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 8. Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Evades the tackle, and now some space. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 21-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Well, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Give credit for the excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game.
Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk from 21 yards away as his guys are able to extend their lead. Jake Moody now for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. That time, a 6-play drive. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's Walker to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Here's Smith. Pressure comes and down he goes. That sack was by Isaiah Oliver from his quarterback position. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt.
Dixon to punt for the Seahawks.
Fielded at about the 28. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Now inside the 25. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. Back to throw, Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them, making them extra opportunities.
Now Moody for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Setting up the screen here, this is Walker. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith. And now look at him go. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now Geno on first down. Throw out wide to Walker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Smith. And he's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. And that's a critical touchdown. I don't want to be too hyperbolic or whatever, but they needed some points on the board before halftime.
They certainly did, and, you know, it's not going to erase everything that happened in the first half. Look,
and oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, but the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. It's a foot race. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Moody good with the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown 49ers.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. The extra point try now for Moody. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing now is Geno. Catch is made by Metcalf. Now inside the 25. DK Metcalf. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. That'll be cooked. And it's a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. A familiar refrain. Turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Smith on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. Down to the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 68 yards. And the Seahawks are able to claw one back. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football.
Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. And the Niners have him. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful. So
even when they get a touchdown in this game, but which hasn't really been a stellar contest for them. They can't even cap it off and kick the extra point.
Yeah, just not a whole lot going right for them in this game. And he's loose again. Past midfield. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Look, I know that all eyes and all credit should be on the guys that brought the ball back a long way, but I'm just wondering about the guys covering and their special teams coach. They've got to be looking at each other and saying, at what point are we going to find a way to stop these guys?
And Bolt breaks the tackle. Now an alley. There he goes again. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. McCaffrey will score. Touchdown 49ers. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Now Moody for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. That is caught. It's a big play there for Seattle. 58 yards.
Just a breakdown there defensively. It looked like someone got their wires crossed because no one seemed to pick him up at all. He's running free, and there's not a quarterback in the league who's going to miss that throw. That's a huge play.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. This a 2nd and 8. Now Geno. This is the tight end fan. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. A shotgun snap for Smith. The ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Myers' kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. There's receiver Brandon Ayuk as San Francisco's offense returns to the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. So roughing the passer here, even though said passer wasn't a quarterback. quarterback.
And this is a call, partner, I think you might see once a decade or so. But the officials know the rules better than anyone, and you have to know them when you're on the field. Anyone throwing the ball gets the same protection as a quarterback. So if he gets hit late, that's definitely going to draw a flag.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away. Oh, some strong running. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And quickly, they get to the line. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And he will get into the end zone against another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point try now for Moody.
Moody for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just two plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A gain of 26 yards. And that's good for a
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And that one too wide and incomplete. Now the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now one final throw is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.